She was just a widow, a market woman, yet she saved a prince, changed the kingdom, and became a legend. This is the untold story of Uwaraye, but most people know and call her Emotan of the Benin Kingdom. Emotan was born in Eyaen around the 15th century. She was an ordinary woman of Benin, known for her kindness and wisdom. After the death of her husband, and since she didn't have any child of her own, she devoted her life to helping others. She lived near the Oba Palace and worked as a trader. She was respected because she often looked after children in the marketplace, helped neighbors, and gave advice when there was a quarrel. People trusted her words because she was truthful and fair. She was a widow and lived quietly, but her heart was strong. Though she had no title at first, her small hut near the market later became the place where history was changed. Oba Ewuare, who once ruled Benin, became sick and crippled in his later years. His weakness caused unrest. Some chiefs and palace members grew impatient, and disputes over succession began even before his death. This is where the story gets interesting. After the death of Oba Ewuare, his two sons began struggling for who would be the next Oba. Prince Ogun, who was the rightful heir, was seen as weak by some of the elders, and they rallied with Prince Ogun's brother, Prince Ogun, even though they were at loggerheads. There were some Obas that reigned before history was made. We had Oba Egbeka that ruled between 1370 and 1400. He was Oba Ewuare's eldest son, but his rule was weak and it faced so many internal strife. And then we had Oba Ewuare. His reign also did not have any lasting impact. Now, after the death of Oba Ewuare, the throne was left vacant. The two sons, Prince Ogun and Prince Ogun, became the two rivals for the throne. Both Ogun and his brother were banished. Now, the cunning Prince Ogun was the first to return to the Benin city and managed to convince the elders to make him king. The palace chiefs favored Ogun because he was inside the city at the time. Prince Ogun, though brave and popular, was outside of Benin. By the time Prince Ogun returned to the city to reclaim his rightful throne, it was too late, and he was seen as a threat by the then crowned Oba Ewuare, and the nobles. Even though Ewuare was crowned Oba, with the support of certain chiefs, many people still believed Prince Ogun was the rightful heir because of his strength, his wisdom, and his leadership. And because of this, Oba Ewuare, fearing that Ogun's supporters might rebel, secretly plotted to have Ogun killed if he ever returned. The kingdom became tense, divided between the brothers' supporters. Emotan, living close to the palace, overheard whispers and learned of the plot to murder Prince Ogun. She was loyal to truth and justice. So when Ogun quietly returned to Benin, she warned him of the danger. She told him not to enter the palace, but to hide until he could gather strength. Prince Ogun listened to her advice and escaped death. From then on, Emotan became his secret ally, giving him news from inside Benin, helping him know who was plotting against him and guiding him on when to strike. With Emotan's warning and support, Ogun planned carefully. He rallied loyal warriors and supporters outside the city. In time, he returned to Benin with enough strength to overthrow Ewuare. After battles and strategies, Ogun defeated his brother, and then Ogun ascended the throne and adopted the title Ewuare the Great, signifying that the heat has abated, or you could say the trouble has ceased. He became one of the most powerful and respected kings in Benin history. Emotan was instrumental in Ewuare's reclaiming the throne as Oba of Benin, and for this, Oba Ewuare was most grateful and promised to reward her. Because it wasn't easy for her sneaking in and out, providing him food, shelter, and information. It was a scary time for a woman, but yet she travailed. He declared her a heroine of the kingdom. Ewuare went on to appoint Emotan as the Eyaen, the leader of the authorized Ekpate guild, a position given to someone with the task of enforcing market rules and checkmating security matters. However, Emotan did not live long after Ogun became king. Some say the struggles and tension she lived through weakened her. She wasn't a little girl anymore anyways. After her death, Oba Ewuare wanted her memory to be honored forever. To immortalize her, he ordered that a sacred tree, the Uwaraye tree, be planted on her grave at the market where she had lived and traded. This place became known as the Emotan Shrine, where people still honor her spirit for loyalty, truth, and bravery. What are some of her legacies? Through Emotan's story, we learn that you don't need to be born royal to change history. And if you are courageous and honest, you can protect justice even in dangerous times. And our women, though sometimes silent in record, have always played great roles in shaping history. Her name still lives on in Benin today, remembered as the market woman who saved a prince and helped crown a prince to become a king. Emotan's story is proof you don't need a crown to shape history. Loyalty, courage, and truth are more powerful than titles. She was a widow, but became a legend. To you, my audience, would you have done what Emotan did, risking your life to save a prince? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rare Storyline for more rare African stories that inspire. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together.